Okay. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to put the holes in the back of the cardboard chair, the one that's a little harder. And we already know that gluing on the back was a little different, and attaching it's going to be a little different too. It's going to be more like how we put the holes in the bottom. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure about 3 millimeters from that edge, just to make sure that we're not getting too close. And again, I kind of eyeball it, making sure it's straight. Okay. And then it's the same process for lining up the little posts at the back and drawing around these little pieces here. Now it doesn't look very circular there. You can kind of make it into more of a circular sort of thing. Okay, now again, we're going to be using a really sharp X-Acto knife, but here it's going to be a little harder. Make sure that you're pushing down and then lifting out. You don't want to make any mistakes and cut yourself. I think that's a bigger mistake than say cutting in the wrong direction, because you can always just cover this with something else. Nobody's going to bleed, or nobody's going to die if this isn't perfect. It's a little easier to do this with the legs on, believe it or not. And you can see I'm kind of doing kind of a digging kind of motion. And you're just going to kind of go around and around and around until you get these both kind of drilled out here. Now, again, you're going to use wood glue, and you want to make sure, if I get my wood glue to work. Sorry, I've been having some difficulties with memory. I need to get myself some new memory cards because I am just completely out of memory, because I use my phones for these. And I'm going to put some glue in here. And notice I'm putting a nice amount in there, and I'm kind of smushing it around a little bit. Okay. Get it all smushy and in there. Wipe out that excess. I'm going to take the back and press the back in. Now, remember what we do with these little things again? We're going to grab them and pull them off, because we don't want them to dry into something that's really hard. It's going to be really kind of gross to have them there. And I go all the way around. Sometimes I might even go in with my finger just to make sure. I'm going to look at it from the side. That's a very nice, very slight tilt. And then I set this aside to dry, just like I set this one aside to dry, and that's your chair. Now, what we're going to be working on next is I'm going to be showing you the different kinds of stretchers that you can do here on the bottom part. And we're going to be doing an H stretcher, a box stretcher, and the X stretcher. And each one of those is going to be a separate video. So, chair's almost done.